Let's talk about why an electric bike may be the ultimate freedom tool for seniors. Hello and welcome back to Growing Older is Living Bolder. And I'm Pam. The new mountain bikes came out at the time and they were electric. And we had done some camping in the local mountains and thought, okay, we still want to do some mountain biking. Let's try these electric bikes. So electric bikes came along and we bought them, and it opened up an entire world of riding for us. It allowed me to get back on the trail and to get out there and actually do some real mountain biking up some hills that there's no way that I could have ever done 8 years ago even. So now I get on this bike, and if I want to go out to Lake Mary, which is about 6 miles away, we're going to get on our bikes and we're going to power up and we're going to go. So it opens up an entire new world for us, a world that we would have not been able to do with regular bikes anymore. I am out here today camping in Mammoth Lakes, California in our RV, and we are getting ready to go on a mountain bike ride. Today, we're diving into something that has absolutely transformed my daily life, my confidence, and definitely my sense of freedom. It's my electric bike. If you have ever wondered if an electric bike is right for you, or maybe say you felt a little intimidated by the idea, stay with me. We're going to talk more about electric bike. By the end of this video, you're going to see why an electric bike, it just might be something that you like, and it might be your ultimate freedom tool being a senior, and why this might be one of my best decisions since turning 69 years old. I feel like this might be one of the best decisions that I've made just for my own health, my own happiness, and maybe allowing me a little more independence than I've had in the past. Let's talk a little bit about the emotional freedom just that movement brings. Let's talk a little bit about something simple, movement. It feels good. As we get older, we just don't lose that desire to explore. Just sometimes the energy or the joints to do it the way that we used to becomes really difficult. An electric bike gives that back to you. An electric bike, it gives that back. Let's talk about electric bikes in general. So with something called pedal assist, suddenly all these mountain bike hills that I've been going up before, they aren't scary. The long distance anymore, it's not exhausting. Windy days, I can remember being down at the beach. You go down with the wind and never fails. You come back against the wind and you're dead tired after you get back. No more of that. So with pedal assist, you get to choose how much effort that you want to put in, and the bike, it'll fill in the rest for you. I like having this gentle hand on your back that's pushing you forward and saying, wheel. And that feeling of being able to go anywhere that you want is priceless. I can tell you, I have rediscovered the out of doors. I can tell you, Southern California, it is full of beautiful trails, quiet neighborhoods, and scenic routes, state parks with trails everywhere. But I can tell you, walking, you just don't get too far down those trails before maybe you're done. Walking those trails can just take forever. And driving past them in a car, it just doesn't give you the same connection. So on an e-bike, you get to rediscover all of your surroundings. Things that maybe were too far to walk to. We're getting thunder. I guess I won't be riding my bike for a while. So I was gonna say, so on your e-bike, you rediscover your surroundings. I can't walk down to Lake Mary, but I certainly can use my mountain bike that's an electric mountain bike with pedal assist. So on the bike, you just get to enjoy. You can enjoy the smells of the flowers. You can hear those birds. I can hear the thunder, and I get to feel the breeze, and hopefully it's not a wind. But if it is a wind, at least you know that you're covered with your electric bike. So driving down your street or in your neighborhood, you notice homes that you've never really paid much attention to before. And even if you've lived there for decades, getting on your mountain bike, it opens up all those possibilities. Having an e-bike or an electric bike, it's a return to the simple joy of being outside without the strain that sometimes keeps us indoors or just not wanting to do it. So let's talk about some of the health benefits without the strain. So you probably know, if you've watched some of my other videos, that I'm a retired nurse practitioner, and I can tell you that movement, it is medicine. So electric bikes, they offer a low impact exercise that's really gentle on your knees, your hips. There's the cardiovascular benefits without the overexertion. Another thunderbolt. So the cardiovascular events, the cardiovascular benefits are great because there's no overexertion. But just because it's an electric bike, you still get the benefit of a workout. It's just how much you put into it. You can put your bike on turbo mode if you want to just pedal and have the bike take you there, or you can put it on a more conservative, I don't know, what do they call it? Lazy mode or something. But if you put it on lazy mode, all of a sudden, then you're working harder. But I don't like to work that hard, so I keep my bike on turbo most of the time. So my electric bike, it's actually 8 years old, and it actually is a mountain bike and it has full suspension on it. That means the front of it has a cushioning to the ride, and the back, it's like springs for cars. It just makes the ride very smooth, and I have this seat that is like no other. It is so smooth, so comfortable. I don't think I could do it without that. And my bike, it's not the best for being a step through, because a step through for a senior or somebody who's 69 like me would be much easier. And I got the bike about 8 years ago. I was a little bit more able to go through it. So if you're looking for a bike, look for a step through. They're easier for mobility. You can get across it easier. You can get started on it easier. And I really believe that the fall risk from a bike is much less if you're on a step-through bike, because if you have to stop, you can just step down. And can't quite do that on that one anymore, but I'm careful, and I'm just thankful that I still have an electric bike. So electric bikes in general, they really improve your balance and your coordination. As a senior, we're always worried about balance issues and falling, and my balance isn't what it used to be. And this bike, I really find that it helps my hand-eye coordination. It's a good workout for me. After a bike ride, I find that I am just in a better mood, and the stress level is just way down. And I must admit, if I didn't have these bikes, I probably wouldn't get as much exercise. Today, we're thinking about going. Well, we were thinking about it, but that was another crack of lightning and thunder. Anyway, we were thinking about going from here in the RV park all the way up to Lake Mary, which is about probably 7 or 8 miles. Normally on a regular bike, I would never chance that. But with an electric bike, it's a breeze. It's no problem. So having an electric bike, it's a good reason to get outside every day. The reality is that you are still pedaling at the degree that you want to be pedaling. You're still moving, but you're doing it in a way that supports your body instead of punishing it. This is actually a workout or exercise that you're going to look forward to, not dread. So having an electric bike, it really helps with confidence. It gives you some independence to know that you can get out of your house and do something. And it gives you that sense of mental wellness, just the being outside, using your mind, seeing what's around, listening to the birds, seeing the flowers. It's good for mental wellness. So one of the biggest gifts an e-bike gives seniors is confidence. The confidence that you can still get out there, you can ride a bike, and nobody really half knows if it's electric or if it's a pedal bike. And you can be out there with your grandkids, still riding, still being active, not on the sidelines, not wishing that you were out there, but doing it. It's not just about riding. It's about knowing that you can get where you want to go. So say you're not very mobile at home and you don't drive much anymore. You can still get on your electric bike and have a little rack on it and drive yourself over to the grocery store. Bring back a few things. Go over to your neighbors if they're close by. It's freeing to know that you can get out and still do that. It's nice because you don't have the worry about fatigue or joint pain or just getting stuck on a regular bike. So that confidence, it really does spill over to the other areas of our life. You feel more confident, you feel more capable, and definitely you feel more adventurous. Riding an electric bike can make you feel more connected to your community. And mentally, it's just powerful. Riding an e-bike, it's a natural mood booster. It reduces anxiety. It gives you a sense of accomplishment after a big long ride down to Lake Mary that's miles away. It reminds you that you are still strong, that you've still got some life left in us. It reminds you that you're still strong, still capable, and still growing older and living older. Let's talk about a few of the safety features that make riding senior friendly. So modern e-bikes, they're designed with seniors in mind. Look for some of the features that I'm going to talk about. Once again, one thing that I wish I had on my mountain bike is a better step through. You need a step through frame. No leg lifting. I hate to admit this, but falling down a few times trying to get on my bike. Don't tell my kids. I like the wide tires because when you get in sand, it kind of gives you a better grip and you can keep going. I like having hydraulic brakes because it's gentle and it's strong stopping power, and you know you've got it if you need it, especially going down steep grades. With me, with my mountain bike, there's been some really steep hills that other bikes I would never want to take down without good brakes. I like the fact that some of the mountain bikes have front and rear lights. It's great for visibility. And I don't really drive this bike or ride this bike on the highways or the roads much, but if I did, I would want to make sure that I had a headlight, and I would have make sure I had a bike lane to stay in, and definitely taillights. And don't forget your helmet. And my most important item on this entire bike, that seat. Yep, a comfortable saddle, no more sore hips, and don't forget, adjustable pedal assist. If you're going to get a pedal assist bike, meaning there's no throttle, and it's just the harder you push, the faster you go, and you turn the mode up, you can turn it to turbo, and all of a sudden, and very little movement gets you going pretty fast. And if you don't want that, there's throttle bikes that also have pedal assist and a throttle. I really want a throttle on my bike. My mountain bike doesn't have a throttle. My next bike will. I wish I had a mirror on my bike to see who's behind me. That's really a good safety feature. I do have a bell, and I use my bell all the time, especially when I'm on the bike trail at the beach. People sometimes don't like the bell. It's like, as soon as you're coming up to them, they step in as soon as they see the bell. But it's a simple safety upgrade. Use good bike etiquette. Mountain bikes, they go faster than regular bikes. Don't be a jerk on the bike trail. That means keep your speed down. I mean, most bike trails, the speed limit when pedestrians are around are like 5 to 10 miles an hour. I see people down by the beach that are going 25 and 30 right by pedestrians. It's just not nice. So some of these safety features, they make riding feel really secure, stable, and it's so predictable. You know that you're going to get somewhere quicker, you're going to have battery left to get you back, and it's just a sense of security to have that electrical power. So I guess you have to remember what an e-bike really is doing for you. It's getting us out, it's manageable, it's fun. You're not training to win the Tour de France, definitely not on an e-bike. You're just trying to enjoy life. And safety, it's definitely part of that enjoyment. Practical everyday use, I'd say electric bikes, they're just not for recreation. They're actually incredibly practical. Like we talked about, somebody who's got some mobility issues and not driving a lot anymore, maybe that bike can be valuable to you. They even sell three-wheeler bikes that are electric now. And they have big baskets on them. I was thinking about it and my kids are like, no, Mom, you're not ready for that yet. I kind of think maybe I was, but anyway, I guess for now, all I want is really a throttle so I can not pedal assist anymore. So we were talking about the practical aspects. You can use them to go to the grocery store, visit your neighbors. I love it just to ride to my local park. Oh, so nice. I'm about 3.5 miles from my favorite park, and I can be there in 5 minutes. I like it to explore neighborhoods that I don't normally get down, people I don't normally see. I can just run errands, and it's just an excuse not to get in your car. I like the fact that I get fresh air between all of my chores. It's amazing how many little trips become these fun adventures instead of obligations. E-bikes and the senior adventure lifestyle, if you're a traveler, especially if you have a van or if you have an RV, an e-bike is just a game changer. Some people don't take a tow car and they just have their electric bikes. That's all they need, because as long as something's within 10 miles on an electric bike, no problem. You can explore the campground that you're staying at. You can use it to ride into town to get dinner or sightsee. You could visit some of those really pretty viewpoints without driving to them. And then there's the good part. You get exercise along the travel day. You get to enjoy nature without taking a really long hike. For Kevin and me, it's become part of our routine to always take our electric bikes. In the past, when we have our Sprinter, we'll park the Sprinter and we'll unload our bikes, and suddenly the whole area opens up for us. It's freedom on wheels. I can remember being out at the Alabama Hills, and we were in our Sprinter van and we took our e-bikes. Now our Sprinter van, it is four-wheel drive, but it's not the kind of vehicle that you can go exploring out there in. So we got on our electric bikes and we rode everywhere. We got to see things that there's no way we would have gotten to see them if we didn't have our bikes. So I really do enjoy them. And like I say, my electric bike, it's an electric mountain bike, and it is pedal assist, and it's not completely step through, and it's not got a throttle, but I'm still enjoying it. And eventually I'll probably upgrade and get something a little bit more senior friendly for me at my age, because I have had this for a long time. So when you're buying that bike, that electric bike, and you're a senior, my suggestion to you would be, number one, the step through. Number two, the seat. Make sure you spend the extra money and get that cushioned seat. There's nothing better. Everyone will be jealous and want to ride your bike. You want to make sure that you have an upright handlebar stance. You don't want to be like one of those, well, they used to call them 10 speeds, but now I think they're like 20 speeds or something. Road bikes. You don't want it to be like a road bike where you're bending over. So I'd also say, if you're going to have a bike, I really like the pedal assist because it does give me a good workout, but I still wish I also had a throttle. So batteries is important. You want to pick an e-bike that has a good long range battery. Most batteries, they go by like 500, 750 amp hours or whatever it is. I'm not real into how that works, but I know mine's a 750, and that means that I can usually get 60 miles or so out of my bike, as long as I don't have it on turbo mode the whole time. So if I just put it on like a sport mode, my bike will last for hours. In fact, I can go the whole trip usually without recharging. Now, if you were to get one that a lot of the kids have, like my grandson, he has one of those and it's a throttle assist thing. He can't even get 14 miles to downtown because then he doesn't have any power to get back. So get something that has a decent long range battery. I'd say that's really high up there on your list of needs. Try to select something with very stable, wide tires. If you're going to stay mostly on the highway, I guess it's not quite as important, but there's always that loose sand that can be around, and I really like my big wide tires. It just seems to have really good control. I like my easy to read display. It's got to be one of those kinds of displays that you can see when it's out in the sunshine, so that you know when it's off, when you know what it's on, and in between all those modes. And my bike, it has speed controls on it, like gears, and I can say I never change the gears. I just leave them in a normal gear. I guess if you're going up a really steep hill, and when I used to ride my mountain bike, I would have to put it in a really high gear so that I could get up it. I don't do that so much anymore. Make sure your bike has good customer support wherever you buy it from. And I would say don't worry about the speed, because most mountain bikes, they usually don't go faster than 20 miles an hour unless you get something called a class 3 bike. And sometimes those go up to 28 miles an hour, but I have a class 3 bike. This bike is classified as a dirt bike, enduro bike, and it actually goes up to 28. I can say I have never had it that fast. I would not feel comfortable riding it that fast. So speed is really not that important. Go for comfort and functionality of the bike. So I hope you've enjoyed my video segment on seniors and choosing an electric bike, and that this can really keep us out there and we can keep going and keep enjoying. So my channel, it's Growing Older and Feeling Bolder. And I want you to know that I really feel that being 69 years old, this still is my time to shine. And I am going to do everything I can to stay active and stay busy and enjoying life as much as I have left. So today, if there's something that you want to hear a video on, please leave me a comment. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like and subscribe and comment. And until the next time, I'm Pam. I'm growing older and living bolder. Thank you guys. So if you like my video, what's the name of my video again? I can't remember. What is it? It's So if you liked my video on electric bike tips for seniors, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to go off and ride into the sunset. So enjoy, and I'll see you next time. I don't fall off first.
As the sunrise paints the sky anew, I look in the mirror, it's a different view. Lines on my face tell stories untold. I'm older now, but my heart's turning bold. Years have passed like whispers in the breeze. I've weathered the storms, found my inner ease. With every challenge that I've left behind,